Yo, what's going guys? The Randy Gander here with another Randy review. I think it's just someone to call it now. I don't know, I thought of a name. So, last night, or this morning, but last night, 12:01 a.m., I went and saw Captain America Civil War. I think it's like in Australia, yeah, it's already out. In America's not out till the May 6th, something like that. And man, this is the best Marvel movie to date. It beats the Avengers, the first Avengers movie, which was top notch, but this one just blows it out of the park. Um, I wasn't really keen for this movie until they announced Spider Man was going to have a cameo, and when I figured that out, I'm like, fuck, I'll go watch it now. Spider Man was my childhood hero. I grew up watching Spider Man, reading it, everything about him, and when they said he was in it, I'm like, okay, I'll give the movie a shot. I'll have a look. I've watched all the other Marvel movies. I was going to watch it for in the end, no matter what, but it just got me even more hyped up for it. And all the trailers, and then they revealed Spider Man. And then Spider Man, he has a good bit in the movie, a good 30 minutes in the movie, which is very surprising. It's not a spoiler, it's a spoiler free review, by the way. But, and the story and how it shows you both sides of the story, how you can choose who you want to be on. You know, one side's right, the other side's wrong, but then they have points which it just keeps pulling you. You don't know. It's like, oh, he's got a good point, but then he has a good point. Oh, but there, oh, and then you basically in the end you kind of figure out. You basically in the end you kind of figure out what's going on in the world. Um, so basically the story was the Avengers needed to be put in check. Basically needed to be owned by I'm just going to say government for now. Basically to be owned by the government, and half of them didn't want it, which was Captain America's side wanted to be free. They didn't want to be told where to go, who to save, and that's in the trailers. Like if I see a situation pointing south, I can't ignore it. And he's got a fair point. On the other hand, Iron Man, the one who's basically caused all the destruction through all the movies over the years, has like we got to put it. We need to we need to basically pull our heads in and accept what they give us, and then that's basically what the plot of Civil War is. And basically, it took it like a Batman vs Superman approach, where it was they show you to all the past just movies, where it's like this is like New York when the aliens attacked, and all the other movies, and it was like you killed a lot of people during that, and everyone's like, and I remember like after the movies, I was like, hey man, how many people do you think they killed during that movie? But you never know it until now, and um, they introduced two new characters that I can remember from the top of my head. Black Panther and Spider Man. Black Panther was awesome. A lot of people were looking forward to Black Panther. I never really knew who Black Panther was. I was more of a Spider Man kid. And then there was Spider Man and Peter Parker. And man, he's welcome home. He's the perfect Spider Man. I have. Like, Tobey Maguire was good. Andrew Garfield was alright. But man, just his first time on the screen for Tom Holland, and he's just killed it. He's killed it. He's a nice 16 or something year old bratty little kid, and he just keeps talking, and it's so good. I love it. You got Black Widow, you got War Machine, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Bucky. It's a big Bucky movie as well. This movie's so like there's a main plot, and then Bucky's just behind. It's like he's got something to do with the movie, and it's a plot twist coming towards. There's a plot twist that I won't say, but um, oh, it just and then there was that airport fight scene, which before the movie came out, there's all the rumors. That's a massive scene, and once it's been out, I've heard some people say it's probably the best. Actually not the best. It is the best Marvel fight scene of all time, and some people have gone as far as say it's the greatest fight scene of all time, one of the greatest fight scenes in movie history. And I can vouch for it because that was a awesome fight. Um, One of my little negatives from the movie though was it really bugged me was when Tony Stark would be in his Iron Man suit and he'd take off his helmet and it was just his head. That was so hard to watch. Like sometimes it was just really jiggity. Like it was just like like his CG, not his CGI head, but like the green screen or something wasn't put on his chest properly. It was just awkward to watch. But other than that, it was a great movie. The main villain, I guess you don't even know who it is. Crossbones. If you didn't know, he was the guy that I think it was in the Avengers: Age of Ultron. he was crushed by a building. Like, he was he was in the movie for like 5 to 10 minutes, and that was it. You never saw him again. So I think the movie could have gone without a villain. That's probably another thing. Like the villain's now getting a little bit weaker for Marvel, but I reckon they're gonna like because Ant-Man apparently people didn't really like Ant-Man's villain. Not many people did. Like it's slowly going downhill. But Marvel, I reckon they're planning for a big like Infinity War, like Thanos, who's going to be the biggest villain. So I reckon they're just trying to get everyone's hopes down for like, oh, he's alright villain, he's alright villain. Then, bam! It's gonna be a fucking Thanos, and he's gonna have the fucking Infinity Stones. He's gonna get the one out of Vision's head, and so yeah, it's really hard to watch all the superheroes fighting each other. Like you're all meant to be good. And then and then the things happen through the movie. And it's like you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. And then it's like no, but you're a good guy. And then it's absolutely mind fucking. And the combat. It's a lot of hand to hand combat. And I love since the first Iron Man movie was very childish. And through the phases, they've just slowly gotten more and more gritty and adult. If that makes sense. In this movie, like every punch and kick and everything just felt. You felt like you were there. It was just all the punches you'll see would like it's not 4D, but like the base of the punches, you just felt the cinema erupt, and it was absolutely amazing. The fight scenes were awesome. In the trailer when the Black Panther's chasing Bucky and Captain America's chasing Black Panther, who's chasing Bucky, that was an awesome scene. I'm still trying to get my head around because I know Black Panther is basically a panther. He's got the senses and all that, from what I've heard, and he's got the speed of a panther. But I'm still trying to figure out how Bucky and Captain America have super speed as well. Because I only thought they had I know Captain America. I thought he had super strength type of thing, if that makes sense. And Bucky was just a regular soldier, just had a robotic arm. But things were explained, and then just think of it. Then there was a main villain, but he was kind of he was a side story, which was leading up to, I wouldn't say the ending, but throughout the movie you got hints of things were happening throughout the movie, and you're like, what's going on, and then everything's explained, and then it's and so, but then there's the and then that was it. I thought it was a great movie, and then there was the post-credit scenes, and I don't know if it's a spoiler, but I'm going to say now, spoilers ahead for the post-credit scene. Basically, there's two, and since I think Australia's the only place in the world to have a movie at the moment, we basically confirmed it. And so, there's two post-credit scenes. There's one just about 3 minutes into the credits, and then there's another one at the very end of the credits, which is like another 15-minute wait. It's worth. I thought it was worth it. The first one was like, so this is spoilers ahead. Spoilers. Was Bucky, Captain America, and Black Panther were at Black Panther's lair, I guess I can call it. And Bucky had his arm was being amputated, was shot off during the movie, and it was basically he was frozen. He was comatose, I think is the thing of the word. And basically, he didn't want to be he didn't want to be set free until the doctors could figure out how to get certain things out of his head, and you'll understand what I mean when you watch the movie. And then that's basically how that one ended. And then 15 minutes later was the second post-credit scene, and it was Spider-Man. And basically, it was him in his room. Back, he's got a big bruise on his face because fight scene in the movie. I won't say. I'm trying to keep it spoilers, but not so many. But this is just in case some people think these spoilers. And he's in his room, and he's got an Iron Man hooked up with the new suit, and he's giving him some new toys, and he's got some weird wristbands. It's like a portable computer type of thing, I reckon. And he's sitting there, he's playing with it, and he looks to the roof, and it's a Spider-Man head, like in the round, the circle head, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then it was like Spider-Man will return, and I've just gone, woo! And that's the one thing I wanted. Like, I knew Spider-Man was a Marvel, but he was owned by Sony and Fox, whatever it was. And I really wanted him to be in the Marvel, because I know Marvel could do him good. Like, Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man, and like I said earlier, Andrew Garfield was and then now Tom Holland is probably, bam, right up there. He's the perfect Spider-Man, I reckon. But yeah, that was my review for Captain America Civil War. I would give it. I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10. It is literally an amazing movie. You should definitely go see this movie. It's worth every single penny you spend. And yeah, hope you enjoy. What should I call it? I think I called it Randy Reviews. Yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this Randy review, and see you on the next one.